It's just sad and heartbreaking to learn that a huge percentage of the world's population is living in extreme poverty. As of today, the world's population is now at 7.9 billion, according to the most recent estimates by the United Nations. And 36%, or 2.84 billion, are extremely poor. People with nothing to eat, no shelter, no jobs, and lack of education. Before we begin, we first need to know what's the criteria in determining how poor a country is. It is determined by a nation's GNI per capita, or the gross national income. It's the dollar value of a country's final income in a year divided by its population. The United States, as an example, has a GNI per capita of $65,910, while the richest country has a GNI per capita of $117,740. So, which countries belong to this list? Let's now take a look and see which countries are within the top 10 poorest in the world. Let's start with number 10, Democratic Republic of the Congo, with a GNI of $550. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is rich in natural resources such as copper, diamonds, and other minerals. And if used wisely, this could bring the country from rags to riches. However, poverty is widespread and unchecked across its 26 provinces. In rural areas, there has often been a lack of investment in basic infrastructure such as roads, making transportation costs high. The civil war also has a huge impact on health and poverty in the country by destroying infrastructure that communities rely on for clean water and sanitation. It has contributed to the spread of various diseases as well. Number 9. Niger, with a GNI of $540. Niger is one of the largest inland countries in West Africa and is historically a gateway between North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. With 2/3 of the country lying within the Sahara Desert, it is one of the hottest countries in the world. One of the main reasons why the country can't break the cycle of poverty is because of its growing population. Niger has one of the fastest growing populations in the world, wherein they are expected to triple their population by the year 2050. 80% of its population lives in rural regions with no access to electricity and other essential services. Number 8. Liberia, with a GNI of $530. An estimated 64% of Liberians live below the poverty line, and 1.3 million live in extreme poverty out of a population of 4.6 million, according to the World Food Program. The main reasons are corruption in government and conflict. Corruption in the government is a major epidemic infiltrating many of the other sectors of society. The country is rich with mineral wealth including iron ore, timber, diamonds, rubber, and gold. However, the country also failed to utilize its natural resources in a productive way. Number 7. Central African Republic, with a GNI of $510. The Central African Republic remains one of the poorest countries in the world and is grappling with numerous human capital challenges. It also has one of the lowest education and gender equality indicators in the world. The country is abundant in natural resources, including gold, diamonds, uranium, and oil. However, one of the main reasons why poverty rates are high is due to religious rivalries, conflict between different social groups, and multiple political ideologies. Number 6. Afghanistan, with a GNI of $500. Afghanistan is a country at the crossroads of Central and South Asia. It is bordered by Pakistan to the east and south, Iran to the west, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan to the north, and Tajikistan and China to the northeast. The main factors of poverty in the country are food insecurity, war, and the lack of a social security net. As a result, 50% of Afghan children are stunted and 20% of Afghan women of childbearing age are underweight. Also, Due to the lack of water and other necessities, Afghanistan has the highest infant mortality rate in the world. Number 5. Sierra Leone, with a GNI of $490. Sierra Leone is a country with tropical climate with a diverse environment ranging from savanna to rainforest. It is also known to have a population of 8 million people. Experts believe that 4 primary factors contribute to Sierra Leone's overwhelming levels of poverty: government corruption, a lack of an established education system, absence of civil rights, and poor infrastructure. Additionally, an absence of funding for educational programs leaves Sierra Leone behind in terms of gaining knowledge about civil rights or responsibilities, which contribute to gender inequality and the marginalization of women. Number 4. Madagascar, with a GNI of $480. At 592,800 square kilometers, Madagascar is the world's second largest island country after Indonesia. Consequently, Madagascar is a biodiversity hotspot with over 90% of its wildlife found nowhere else on Earth. Majority of people in Madagascar live in extreme poverty. Currently, 75% of the population of Madagascar lives on less than $1.90 per day. The country is not currently able to sustain itself. Madagascar has to import 15% of essentials like rice and milk. Water scarcity and sanitation is also a significant problem. Only about half of Madagascar's population has access to clean water. Open defecation is common, leading to the prevalence of waterborne diseases such as diarrhea. Number 3. Mozambique, with a GNI of $460. Mozambique has relied on the former Portuguese colony for arable land, natural gas, and water. However, the country's growth was hampered by a 15-year civil war that concluded in 1992. With harsh climate conditions, corrupt politics, and Islamic militant organizations that terrorized their northern territories, the country remained to be one of the poorest countries in the world. Number 2. Somalia, with a GNI of $310. Somalia is a country bordered by Ethiopia to the west, Djibouti to the northwest, the Gulf of Aden to the north, the Indian Ocean to the east, and Kenya to the southwest. The fate of more than half of all Somalis lie in the hands of foreign and humanitarian aid. Poverty in Somalia is rooted in civil conflict and limited resources, natural disasters, and lack of an active central government. The conflict has emerged between clans for the 2 basic resources, food and water. Lastly, the number 1 on our list is Burundi, with a GNI of $270. Burundi's public sector is among the most corrupt globally. Only about 10% of the population has access to power, and even fewer have access to modern technology and the internet. In 1994, a devastating 12-year civil war broke out between the Tutsi and Hutu populations, setting the country back generations. Burundi is also one of the most population-dense nations in Africa. These reasons, along with years of civil war and hunger, are to blame for Burundi's poverty. So that makes our list of the top 10 poorest countries in the world. Always remember, before wasting food and water, somebody is still sleeping hungry, while some still don't have access to clean water. Poverty is a social evil. Let's all do our part to help control it by donating to poor families, help funding education for poor children, help in creating jobs, or by simply creating awareness. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Feel free to comment, like, or share this video to help spread awareness in fighting poverty and hunger.